Hey guys, love in the air, love in the sea, love in the ocean, love everywhere. The word love has been misinterpreted, misunderstood, and there is a need for us to educate ourselves on this word love and how how it works in our relationships. The likes of so many psychologists and sociologists have been able to classify love into various types. And I'll be talking about the most common ones, which are Philia, Eros, and Agape. So which one should I talk about first? I'll talk about Philia. Philia is a friendly love. It is kind, it is affectionate, it is everything that makes up true friendship, right? Philia is that love you find among friends, family members, acquaintances, and then workplace relationships. Yeah, and it is characterized by loyalty, honesty, trust, respect, and everything good. Talking about relationships these days are declining, right? You don't know who to trust. You don't even know who have your best interest at heart. Yeah, and most of the relationships we find these days are characterized by selfishness. There is that one person that wants to benefit more in that relationship. There is that one person that wants to outsmart the other, that wants to control the other person. And like I wrote on my WhatsApp status some days back, that friends can be oxygen sometimes. I mean, good friends can be oxygen sometimes, and they can be a tool in the hand of God to make one achieve one purpose in life and destiny, right? At the same time, history have told us, and apart from history, stories and life experiences has also told us that some friends also can be destructive. I mean, some bad friends can be destructive, and they can also be used by the devil to truncate lives and destiny and the rest of that. So, does it mean that we are not going to have friends? Anyway, you're going to find out as we continue to discuss this topic. Yeah. How do you manage your relationship with people? I mean, talking about friendship, how do you manage your relationship amongst your friends, and what should determine the level of your commitment, right, to those your friends? Because if you're able to get it right, you have no problem as to who to relate with. Yeah, there's this philosopher that categorizes relationships into 3 categories. There are friends that are called friends of utility. These are the type of friends that literally receive benefits in exchange. Yeah, and communication in this type of relationship among this type of friends is usually based on interest. Yeah, and as long as there is this continuous exchange of interest, the relationship remains, is permanent. But immediately each party do not receive that benefit in exchange anymore, that's the end of that relationship. For example, the relationship between a buyer and a seller, right? We all know that most sellers, when they want to market their goods and services, they are all nice, they are loving, they are caring, and the rest of that. So the buyer should not mistaken the niceness of the seller to be love and affection. Yeah, because immediately that buyer stop buying from the seller, that is the end of the relationship. So it's not like friends of utility are bad people, right? Not that the relationship is bad, it's just based on interest, and most of the time it's based on it's all about business. Yeah, and that's why it's always good for you to know what connects you to that person, what brings you together with that person, and so that you will not get hurt, you will not build your life around someone who is just seeing you as somebody he or she is benefiting from. Yeah. So everybody gets to have friends of utility in their life because they need you and you need them also. It's just for you to know those friends that fit into that category, and you know your level of commitment towards those kind of friends, so that you don't get hurt. So the other category of friends are friends we call friends of pleasure. These friends are friends that connect together because they enjoy each other's company. You know that friend you always want to go out to shop with, that friend you always want to go on vacation with, that friend you always want to go to relaxation spot with. Yeah, so those are the friends we call friends of pleasure, and these friends are also good to some extent, but immediately one person starts losing interest in the activity he or she shares with the other person, that may be the end of that relationship. So you should know, like I said earlier, what connects you to that person, so that you will not invest in the wrong person. You will not build your life around the person that do not have the same connection or the same feeling on the way relationship should be with you. Yeah, so this is where I'm going to the third category of friends, which are called the friends of good. Yeah, so these are friends that literally connect together because they enjoy each other's character. Yeah, and they enjoy and love each other character. Yeah, and this relationship will likely last, right? Because the motive behind that friendship is love. So there's this mutual love and respect they have toward each other. So these are the kinds of people you can invest with, people that you've taken your time to prove the kind of person they are. You have observed them and you feel that, oh, I love this person's character. This person is just like me. Like even if the person is not 100% like you, at least to some extent, you people have maybe the same principles, right? Almost the same principles in common, that kind of a thing. So those are the kind of friends, those are the things you should be looking for in your friends, and those are the people you want to invest in. Yeah. So what does relationship means to you, or what does friendship mean to you? Have you ever asked yourself that? What does friendship really means to you? Well, I'll give you my thoughts. Friendship means so many things to different kinds of people, and you cannot force people to treat you right or treat you well. People will reflect all sorts of things while in relationship with you, right? Some people may reflect that damaged part of them, while others will reflect their upbringing, their exposure, their environment, which may be to use, to cheat, to outsmart and compete with other people. But most of the time, people will always reflect their level of the level of their understanding about life while they are in relationship. Yeah, they will always reflect that, and then they will always reflect the nature of whoever is in them, which may be the nature of God or the nature of the devil. So talking about nature, that brings us to what should define your relationship with people. Yeah, the fear of God in people, the nature of God in people should define your relationship with them. Yeah, and one thing you must always look out for is how those your friends, how they treat the people around them. Yeah, if that your friend doesn't treat those people around him or her very well, that person can never be good to you. It's just a matter of time. So I think what you should look for in people is the nature of God, the fear of God in them. Because somebody that fears God will be loyal to God first, and the person will not do what would hurt God, right? While relating with you, the person would treat you how God expects he or she to treat you. For example, you cannot be friends with a scorpion and you expect the scorpion not to sting you. The scorpion is going to sting you. Why? Because it's the nature of the scorpion to sting. Yeah, you cannot be a close friend with a snake and you expect that snake not to back you and bite you at the back. Of course, the snake is going to bite you at the back because that's the nature. So you should look for the kind of nature people have, right? Somebody that has the nature to hurt other people, we always hurt. Yeah, what is the defined perspective to our relationship with people? Yeah. Number one, Amos 3:3. Two cannot work together except they be agreed. Yes. There are times that after you've done your research about this person, you've studied this person, there's a need for you to pray because people can pretend. A lot of people can pretend. And how do you know people, their intentions? Yeah. By virtue of my counseling with some people, yeah, I've been able to, some people have confided in me on how they've made friends with some strange beings. So they need for you to be spiritual so that you will not be friends with marine people, with marine world, and then they will not succor your glory or delay your destiny, sort of. Yeah. So you need to know whoever you want to be in friends with, both physically and spiritually. So this life is more spiritual than physical. So you can't afford to play with your destiny as regards the kind of people you associate with. Like I said earlier, whoever you want to associate with, whoever you want to marry, what should define your association, your relationship with them is the fear of God and the nature of God in them. Another principle on God's perspective towards relationship is, there's a place in the Bible that says that he that must have friends must show himself friendly. Any woman that must have friends must show herself friendly. Yeah, if you must have friends, you must be the kind of person you must be the kind of person you are expecting from your friends. Yeah, you will not stay in this high position that you want them to be vulnerable towards you. You want them to show you love, and you don't want to. You just want to be receiving the love, and then because you don't want to get hurt, you just want to stay aloof. You are not even putting any effort in that relationship. No, you must treat people how you want them to treat you. That is one of God's principle when it comes to relationship. Yeah, it's okay to be friendly with people, but how you want to go with them, how far you want to commit yourself in that relationship must be based on the nature of whoever it's in them. And then when you have many people as friends, you must know your limits and boundaries in that relationship. You must know when and where to draw the line. If you are saying things that is against your belief, that is against your faith, it's okay to quit. You always see people through prayer. You always see people that have the same understanding about how things should be. You always find them. So don't destroy your life. Don't destroy your destiny, right? Just because of friends. Just like you will not go and stand in the front of a moving trailer, yeah, because you know that there's going to be casualty. So likewise, you will not choose bad people intentionally into your life, right? Because you know that even though there is no, you won't see physical blood, there will be a lot of mental casualties, right? Or even a lot of things that you don't bargain for. So it's always good for you to know the kind of persons to do your research prayerfully, and then God helping you to choose people that you've taken your time to prove their character, and you know that they are people that are worth it. Yeah. So if you have received value, gotten value for this discussion, please subscribe, share, and like. If you like this video, it will give other people the chance to also see this video. Thank you so much. In my next video, I will talk about Eros. sexual and romantic relationships, and Eros is the kind of love you'll find in those relationships. So if you want to get to know all I have to say about that, please subscribe. And if there's anything you want to add to everything I've said, please, the comment section is there. I would like to listen to your view on that. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate you. God bless you.